So I've been sitting back and watching how Beyond the Headlines has tried to muddy the waters over the last few days by cooking up what I like to call the canoe conspiracy. Just look at how happy and excited Clint is to introduce the story, thinking that he just caught a big fish.
Let's get into what we came to talk about right now. Questions are being raised tonight as to whether a digital company is receiving help from the government.
Clint then went on to spin a tall tale of government favoritism and shady business dealings where there were none, all while grandstanding and claiming to have irrefutable proof.
Let's put up the slide that shows the proof of Dr. Nigel Lewis, because Canoe is the company name that Canoe trades at is called Carib Pay Bahamas Limited, as you can see right there. And this is listed on the government website. Carib Pay is an actual company that operates Canoe. And if you look down at the bottom slide, you will see Dr. Nigel Lewis listed as one of the directors. So it was verified.
But then, 48 hours later, Conspiracy Clint has to issue apologies and retractions.
2 days later.
We don't want Canoe to think that we were trying to state anything that is not true. So we want to make that clear to Canoe. It is important for us to make those statements because we want to always be sure that people understand that we work hard to always get it right. We want to make sure where there's muddy air that it's clear, absolutely clear on what it is that we are indeed saying. So if Canoe, if we need to apologize to them for not making it equivalently clear, then we do so.
Clint Watson tries so hard to spin a narrative with a blatant agenda that he's completely willing to create a story where there is none, as long as it fits his agenda. But remember, this is the same man that wants you to
forget about the fact.
I mean, what journalist would tell people to forget facts? That's why I say Clint Watson is a sensationalist and not a journalist. Just look at how many times he called the name Dr. Nigel Lewis.
Dr. Nigel Lewis is the chairman of the PPIL. Dr. Nigel Lewis being a member of the FNM's leading their campaign.
But then
2 days later.
I know we said Dr. Nigel Lewis is a director. I meant to say shareholder. He is a shareholder. As you see, it's listed here on the bottom part of your screen. He is listed as a shareholder in Carib Pay Trading and Carib Pay, who trades as Canoe. He's a shareholder, not a director. So apologies to Dr. Nigel Lewis for getting that title incorrect.
So first you lied and told us that Nigel Lewis was the director of Canoe. Then you lied and said that Nigel Lewis was the director of Carib Pay. Hey, I've got an idea. How about you keep Dr. Nigel Lewis' name out of your mouth, Conspiracy Clint? You know, I often wonder where Clint Watson could possibly be getting this foolishness from, because this seems to be a pattern of behavior with him. Remember when he lied on and had to apologize to the Holowescos and BPL?
This response follows last night's Beyond the Headlines, where I stated that Holowescos were principals of New Fortress Energy Group. Now that was incorrect, and we apologize to BPL for that and to the Holowescos.
And now Conspiracy Clint had to go back and issue an apology to Canoe. If Canoe and the Holowescos got together and filed a class action lawsuit, they would end up owning Beyond the Headlines. That's why the Minister of Tourism, Denicio Diagla, fix your business when he said,
international media has heralded the travel health visa and the overall experience of visiting the Bahamas, and many of our neighboring countries have remarked at the success of our rebound, while at the same keeping our COVID positive cases in check.
You asked what was the point of the travel health visa? Well,
the airlines insisted that their check-in personnel would not be able to fulfill the required screening. In fact, one airline stated that if they had to screen the PCR test of passengers prior to boarding a flight to the Bahamas, they would simply stop flying to the Bahamas.
That's right. If not for the Ministry of Tourism and Canoe working diligently to help the country open back up, the Bahamas would be worse off. But rather than applaud them, you disparage them. Shame on you, Conspiracy Clint. At some point, people will come to the stark realization that you are more of a liability than you are an asset.
But wait! There's more!
You didn't think I would leave without playing the clip of Clint Watson screaming like a little gal, did you?